It happened again, didn't it? You announced your goals to everybody, telling them that, oh, I'm gonna start going to the gym and I'll quit video games forever. But when you're asked about your progress on that project, all you can do is look at the person and shrug. But this time you genuinely did try. You tried to understand the signs of procrastination. You skyrocketed your self-discipline through the roof and you put in 120% of all your effort into this goal, but you still found yourself at the same starting place. I'm not one to quote from the Bible, but there is this one verse that really helps you understand this whole situation. It's Romans chapter 12, verse 2, which is, "Be ye not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed within the renewing of your mind." The first half of this verse basically says that no matter what the situation that you're currently in is, you're not locked in that place. That is not your final resting place. You are able to move out of that situation. The second half of that verse builds on this by telling you that you can change your current situation by changing the way you think. The first aspect of change is faith or belief. And no, not the religion you fall under, but the undeniable trust and belief that no matter what, your life can change, even if there is no proof or evidence to that. However, if you have doubts that your life can change for the better, then you're right. The next aspect of change is momentum. Every challenge, situation, or moment that you find yourself in is an opportunity for you to push your life into a positive forward momentum or a negative backward momentum. By the way, inaction is basically you asking life to put your life into a negative momentum, so please don't not act. That literally means that you choose the chain of events that build your character development. You have to do something right now that puts your life into a position to have momentum in the positive forward direction. The final aspect of change is a deep burning desire or deep burning drive for change. You have to need this change more than you need water while you're literally dying on the Sahara Desert. Before we can fully change though, there is one last obstacle in our way of changing our lives into the one we desire, which is fear. The fear of failure normally manifests itself as procrastination. It will make excuses for you to postpone your tasks further or make excuses for you to give up on a certain task. Next is the fear of change, which normally causes us to act in ways or self-sabotaging manners that keep our lives the same. And the final of the three is the fear of criticism, which normally stems from a inferiority complex, and it tries as hard as possible to hide away from criticism of others. Now, if you're like a smart bull, right, like you would have noticed that these fears are basically just the inverse or the other side of the coin of the aspects of change. The fear of failure can be defined as the lack of faith within your abilities. The fear of change is you putting your life into a momentum that keeps you in the same place. And the fear of criticism is what neutralizes or takes out that flame of desire that you have within you. To beat the fear of failure though, you have to understand that failure is the part of the game. When asked about the numerous failures in designing the light bulb, Thomas Edison said that, "I've never failed, I just successfully found the 5,000 wrong ways to do it." And the thing with success is that you only need to be right once. You only need to have that one video blow up, only need to have that one correct design for the light bulb for things to actually work out. You gotta have an experimental mindset. You have to be okay when things go wrong, because there's a million and one ways to change your life and you only need to find one of them. To get over the fear of change, you're just gonna have to realize that you're the one who chooses the momentum of your life. You can literally put yourself in any position that you want in life by the actions that you take. So the fear of change applied to me the most because I live in an extremely comfortable situation where like I'm already really good at school and I know that I'll get a really decent job after I graduate. But I also understand that's not really the life that I want to live for myself, and thus I need to put in the work to position myself to allow myself to chase my true dreams. And to get over the fear of criticism is to understand that no matter what you do, everyone's gonna talk shit anyways. And critics never get statues. It's always the doers and the dreamers that get statues. And you have two options when you die. It's either to die with the regret of listening to others, or die knowing that your dreams will far outlive you because you chose to take action. So remember, there's a million ways to change. I only have to find one. I'm the one who chooses the momentum and position of my life, and I don't give a shit about what other people think.